I'm back. Part 2. I bet you thought I wasn't coming. So I did 20 rows, which is what I usually do on my mini socks. So here's my inside sock. Note how they're not connected in any way. That's how you want it. And here's my outside sock. So we're going to do the heel. So I'm going to do my shell heel. And that can be applied to any short row heel. I'm sure there is a way to do a heel flap like this, but I'm unfamiliar with it. So we're going to start off. This is going to be German short rows on 2-at-once socks. So we're going to start off by knitting across the heel stitches, which is half the total number of stitches for the sock, minus 3. So the thing to keep in mind is everything you're doing as far as numbers go has to be for both socks. So what we're going to do is knit to the end of the row and leave 3 stitches on each sock. So we're going to leave 3 teal stitches and 3 white stitches. So it's going to be technically, it's going to be 6 stitches on the needle, but it's going to be 3 stitches per sock. So it's just something you kind of got to keep in mind when you're doing this stuff. It's also, this is basically the same technique as double knitting. If you've ever done double knitting, personally I love double knitting. Okay. So we've got 3 white stitches and 3 teal stitches. So now we're gonna turn everything around. And now the front sock is the inside sock. So I moved the front yarn to my thumb and the back yarn to my index finger. And we are going to purl, which we did in the ribbing, and we're going to do it again here. So front yarn in front. Oh, first we're going to make a double stitch. So we're going to do this. We're going to slip the stitch, and that's a double stitch. So normally in a German short row, we would then just start purling across the row, but now we have this stitch here. So we're going to do it again and make another double stitch with that yarn. And then we can start purling. So we're going to purl the front. We're going to bring the back yarn to the front and purl the back sock. Oops. Purl, purl. So it's just like the knitting where both yarns were in the back and we had to swap the front yarn back and forth, except in this case we're swapping the back yarn front to back because the front yarn can stay in front. So just ooh, don't do that. I have a harder time purling in this configuration. Ooh, don't do that. I didn't put the yarn back. Okay, so now we're purling until, Jesus. Okay. Am I still in? Okay. We're going to purl until we have 3 white stitches and 3 teal stitches. So this is 1 set, 2 set, 3 set. And we're going to turn. Now, if you notice when I'm turning, I'm keeping the yarns on their respective sides until I get situated. That way they don't get tangled and confused or anything, because I don't want to mess them up. It's pretty easy to see with this color combination, but if you were doing two of the same yarn, it's very important you keep them separated. So now we're gonna do a knit side German short row. So we're gonna do a double stitch, get the yarn out of the way. I'm gonna bring this yarn in front, double stitch, and now we're gonna knit. I don't have those tangled right, nope. And now we're gonna knit over to the double stitch on the other side. This first heel wedge is going to have 2 double stitches on each side. So we're going to go across. Sorry if I drift a bit. I can't look in the screen and knit, so I have to look just over the side of my phone, and sometimes it's a little strange. So here's the double stitch, the first double stitch. Here's the white one, here's the teal one, and we're going to flip the work, change yarns, sorry, and then we're going to make another double stitch. Bring the yarn in the front, double stitch, and purl. If you've seen my other heel video, you know that when I purl, I wrap my yarn around my thumb. So my index finger kind of doesn't know what it's doing. But that's kind of... Let's be real, most of the battle with knitting is the hand configuration. Okay. Getting there. Right, where? Yeah. Okay. So, white double stitch, teal double stitch, 3 stitches left. Flip it around. And then this is the end of the first wedge, because there's 2 double stitches over here, and there's going to be 2 over here when I do this one. So that means we're going to go across the whole. We're going to work the double stitches and go 1 stitch past them to start the next wedge. See, it's so much easier on the knitting side. Oh, don't do that. Get back on there. Thank you. I'm going to work the double stitches as normal. And then we're going to do 1 more stitch of each sock and flip, turn. I should be using the right words, shouldn't I? Okay, and now we're going to go back the other way. That's the first wedge done. So now we're going to do the second wedge. As you can see, it's already starting to focus. Starting to get some volume there. So I'm going to do the other 2 wedges. It's very much the same. That's why I prefer a short row heel on these kind of socks. I mean, I do a short row heel and everything, but that's just me. And I'm gonna just keep on getting going. Fuck. Well. Shit. How do I fix that? This stitch. Okay, so this stitch was a stitch, and then the yarn was brought over the top, right? Yes. Okay. That was less traumatic than I thought it was going to be. Okay. Okay. So now one last double stitch on each, on each, get over here, sock, and I'm holding my yarns wrong. Whoopsie. See? And yep, okay. And because I was doing that, oh, I messed up everything by doing that. My goodness. Get your shit together, ma'am. Okay. Front. Get in the front. Okay, now we can do that again. 1 double stitch, 2 double stitch, and now we just carry on with the sock. Okay, so I pull this up onto the cord so I can show you. And there's our heel. It's a little bulb. Here, I'll pull the inside sock out. And again, I do this every so often just to remind myself that I'm doing 2 socks, and also to make sure that nothing is attached anywhere. If there's something that got swapped around at some point, you will not be able to pull the inside sock out. So the inside sock is inside out. But there's the little heel, and there's the little heel in there. And it just tucks away, hiding in there. And that's it. That's the heel. So now I'm just going to keep going on the foot. On my mini socks, I do about 20 rows for the foot as well. So I'll come back in 20 rows with another video, and we'll do the toe, which is decreasing down. And yeah, okay. Bye-bye.